Good morning, everybody. It's 5 in the morning. I'm Ben Rollman. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Thanks to Chop and the fellas for dragging it out in the wee hours of the morning. So this isn't a hangout stream, and I'm going to try to get back to my chat room in just a second, but because everybody was kind of new, this is my first time doing this. The 72-hour live stream. I only got an hour to do this. I came in a little late. So I got the time that was left. So I thought I'd maybe do a little introductory thing about who I am and that kind of stuff. So, and I've got a cat down here who really wants some attention, and he's gonna pull down all my cables. Thanks, cat. You frickin' cat. Oh, okay. So now that everything's back on track, I'm going to tell you all about what I've been working on, and then we'll maybe do a little building and stuff like that. So usually on this channel I will either build something that I just got or design stuff in studio, and it's mostly microfighters. So I will take designs or ideas that I've come up with from Star Wars Microfighters line and just expand it into the Legends lore category, comic book stuff only seen in source books, that kind of thing. If you've seen some of my stuff on Instagram, there's a picture posted from Brick Fiesta that had all the ones that I had currently built, but I've got like 150 or some designed and a bunch that I found online from other people that I've used. So and I'm working on the Texas State Capitol, which you can kind of see in the corner, and we're going to take a look at here in a second. But that's about it. I'll move over to the other room where I have my other computer set up so I can see chat. And I'm going to flip this over to the webcam so you can kind of see what's going on. And I'm going to be walking around in my really cramped area here. So this is the build area. This is where I do all my building and stuff. Got some sets up there and everything. This is another old build area where I used to draw, but I moved everything aside so I could build more Lego. And over here is the Texas State Capitol. It can't really get the scope in from this angle, but you can see I've got, the walls are pretty much done. It's kind of the front steps there. And I'm working on the roof for the wings in the other room. You'll see that in a second. There's some sig figs down here. It's me and my girlfriend, classic space, actually Futuron. And the Brick Fiesta sig fig. He's wearing a burrito, or wearing a sombrero and holding a couple taco quarter tiles. They're pretty cool. All right, so moving into the other room. Let's see if we can do this without dying, because I'm carrying a laptop. All right, success. So here's another model I did, the UT Tower, being in Austin. That was kind of a thing for a while. I've had that for about 10 years. And a couple other people have built it, and they are alumni, so they get theirs displayed in the student union, and I don't. So here's the other side of the Capitol. I really like this side. It's got the ramps that are likely not OSHA approved because they got a big break in them, but I like the way the balcony patio and the other patio kind of work out. And you can see how many bags of brick that we've got from Lego and from donations and stuff like that to get this project done. And I got about a month to finish it. So there it is, kind of its entirety. It's filling up that whole room. Here's the dome. The dome is going through a rework because some of the assemblies up there don't fit really well together. So I'm trying to figure that out. And these panels don't fit really well. So it doesn't travel well. It looks pretty from a couple angles, but it doesn't travel well. It kind of shakes apart. And here's what I did yesterday. I had some time to work on this, but I ran out of slopes, so I had to get some orders in for some slopes. Thanks to Mevitz Bricks, I got some of these 6x3 slopes in the mail yesterday, so I was able to do some more work. I also ran out of 1x1 tan bricks, so I got to fill up these whole areas. Each one of these little guys right here is full of 1x1 bricks. Not 1x1x5, but 1x1, because that's how I designed this stupid thing. So I've got still a few 100 that I need to finish up this section of the wall here. So anyway, that's the Capitol. Usually also I have a co-host, but she's asleep because it's god-awful early in the morning. Hopefully I've got some people in chat because this is the 72-hour stream, am I right? Let's do this. So, I got my coffee. Let's see. Hello everybody, welcome to everything. Sorry, this isn't a hangout. I haven't done a hangout yet. So, and I've got a build camera because I think I might build a set, but we'll see how everything goes. I don't want to spill my coffee, and I'm moving computers around, so it's just a matter of getting it all set up. So again, aside from the Capitol, I do some microfighter stuff, some other mocks. I did an Air Force style drone for Brick Fiesta. Actually, I did it for a friend, and I'm gonna turn this camera around because it's taped on here because I'm high class, yo. Let's get this nonsense going. All right, build camera. So the only set I really have left, I'm not Hinkle level backlog bricks. This is the only set I have unopened. I technically have Apocalypseburg. So if you're familiar with who Iceberg Bricks is, he had a, what's it called? A subscription contest whereby if he gets enough subscribers, he ran a giveaway. And his giveaway was Apocalypseburg. Sorry, I'm checking out some chat stuff over here. What's up, Ike? You're up early as well, I see. I must turn this down so you don't hear me twice. So I'm using Restream. I know a lot of people just use YouTube or Twitch or Hangout. I'm using Restream, so I'm trying to hit all of them at once. I've got Mixer and Twitch and YouTube and Facebook, but Facebook chat doesn't work really well, so I've got a separate tab open for that, and so it's just a lot of technical stuff. Anyway, so yes, I got Apocalypseburg, but it's a ginormous set. I just got it the other day, and it was out of box, but all the bags, and I don't want to complain because it's a free set. You know, you win it in a contest, but you can't be like, oh, I don't get the box with it. I'm upset about stuff. All the bags are there, all the instructions are there, everything's unopened. It was weird that it came in like a sealed white box and then a Lego bag. It's like, it kind of came in from Lego as like a project support or something like that. Anyway, but there's like 18 bags. It's a huge set, and I cannot wait to start building it. But I have to get this Capitol building done first because I am maxed out on room. I don't have anywhere else to build right now. The floor, I guess. I can build on the floor. I also didn't point out I've got some other sets kind of hanging out, but nobody really needs to see that. You know, Ship in a Bottle, Voltron, a couple architecture, a lot of the creator cars. I dropped the creator bus the other day, so I have to rebuild that. We tried doing that in a stream. Wendy just left for the airport. Yeah, that figures. She's doing her, friend of mine in the Facebook chat, works as an airline. It's not, I forget what the term is now. It's not stewardess, it's an air something or other. But she bases in Austin, but like I think the main base is in Chicago. So they fly back and forth a lot, and we're constantly like, we need to get on a flight with Wendy. That would be super fun. You know, she's got a job to do. It'd be like anybody coming to my job and being like, hey man, you want to hang out while you do your job? I think it'd be fun. So anyway, 72-hour stream. This is my first 72-hour stream. And I've been streaming for a couple months. Flight attendant, thank you. I knew it was something. I can never remember that for some reason. It's one of those words. Coffee, getting some coffee. I'm putting this over here. So I'm gonna crack this open. I know it's like a year old or something like that, but This is a set I think that spoiled the movie a bit. And I forget, this is from, it's not Ragnarok. I forget which movie this is from. I guess the second Avengers. Yeah, Infinity War. And it kind of gives away a little bit about Thor, because I think this came out before Ragnarok, but I'm not sure. Anyway. Also, it was probably the axe. Like, in Ragnarok, he loses his hammer, but then he gets the axe, which I don't know the name of the axe. I'm sure it's fairly pronounceable. Mjolnir. Meow meow. So yeah, so 72-hour stream. This isn't really supporting anything. It's not, I'm gonna check something real quick while I'm doing this. Yeah, it says online. All right. I'm missing one of them. I also had a chat bot that, like, I thought, oh, YouTube's not working. Great. Hi everybody. So apparently my chat isn't working over on this, so I'm gonna try to open this up in another chat so I can keep an eye on stuff over here. So I'm gonna close this. Oh, I'm gonna have too many tabs open, forget it. Can you all see the build okay? Yeah, all right, so I don't have to look at myself. That's fine. Hi everybody. Yeah, so every once in a while I'm trying to stream with, weird, chat is okay here. Okay, so I've been trying to work with Restream, and it has, I just set up a bot, and I don't know if that's who was responding over on YouTube, but anyway, now that I can see the YouTube chat, I'm gonna scroll back a little bit. Sorry about that. I know I started a little late. Morning everybody. So we got Ken's in the house, Ingrid, Aussie BriX, Jake's Portal, Bricksmith. What's up, Bricksmith? Blockhead, Brick Ninja, who said he was going to bed. Hey, what's up, Gallagade? Kittenville Bricks in. All right, good to see everybody. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so there's a lot of goofiness. Like the last time I ran this, Facebook wouldn't work. No, I will not be broadcasting for 72 hours. This started Friday afternoon or Friday morning, I forget, but it started with a few people in Australia. Actually, I think it started with a couple people in Alabama or something like that, or Arkansas, and then a good long chunk of it was Australia. Sorry, I don't want to say your name wrong. Mahan? There you go, there's your mention. So here's a nice bag of stuff, right? It always comes in these nice bags of, like, you're only going to use 3 of these, like the tools. I got the Voltron set comes with these, like most sets that come with the tools in these like perforated bags. The Voltron set came with like the pearl gold with just the crossbar that was needed for the chest, but then you get the rest of the tools because they all come in that set. So, oh, and look, a bunch of stickers that I'm not gonna put on the set because this set is gonna become parts. So that gets put back in the instruction booklet. So yeah, one of these times, no, Ike, it is not just on Facebook. It is broadcasting to, again, I'm using Restream, some anti-ASMR for everybody. Restream is just a site that, Holland and Ballin, what's up? By the way, say my name wrong, I don't care. Restream will push it out to multiple stream sites, so it's going to YouTube and Facebook and Twitch and Mixer. Now I get most of my actual friends will join on Facebook just because they see it, but right now I'm getting a lot of people on YouTube because we're doing 72-hour stream, and it's not like benefit anything. It's not like a telethon or something, but it's Stormbreaker, name of the axe. Very good, thank you. It's to kind of get people aware of the rest of the Lego streaming community. I'm gonna lose a lot of pieces because my space is limited. The Capitol has taken up so much of my space. I didn't really see any responses on the Capitol stuff while I was in the other room streaming. Did it look all right? What do you guys think of that? Oh, this is bag 2. Don't have to open that yet. All right. So, we're going to start with bag 1 on this. And I'm going to try to keep an eye on the chat so I can talk to people. Have a good night, Doc. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. I realize this is a weird time. Ooh, nice. It's a nice molded, I don't know if this is going to be on camera because I can't see it. Nice molded rocket head. So we're going to put that on. And he does have a thing for his tail. I say molded because some Star Wars figures have some, like, the rubberized bits that aren't really the molds. And they're still cool, but some of them are not full molded. Tail. This isn't a very, like this. This is kind of a rubberized. And he's got short legs. That's very cool. Rabbit. What the rabbit says is true. That was the worst Thor impression ever. What rabbit says is true. Oh, it's a brown or a dark orange. It's interesting. Oh, look at that. Yeah, because it is kind of a weird colored gun that he's got. So there's a rabbit. Again, I can't see the video, so I'm a little freaked out about what to do. Oh, this is not good. He does not stand well. Is it supposed to go up? It's supposed to go up. I was going to be really worried about that. I was like, oh no, it's a stand only. There we go, much better. Haha, with the tail. And he will, of course, fall over. All right, so he's setting aside. So how are you guys liking the 72-hour thing so far? Have you watched a lot of it? Tree and rabbit. Yeah, tree I think is in the next box. Again, this is my first year doing it, and it's a lot to take in, especially if you don't know a lot of the people. And I'm hoping to kind of get in with some of the people. I've been doing Lego for my whole life, like most of these people, but I've only started streaming back in April, something like that. And again, it's not hangout streaming. It's mostly just me sitting here playing around in studio or building something. All right, and I don't see the piece I need. Oh, there it is. I get super panicky when I build. Like if I don't find the piece within like 30 seconds, I'm just like, Lego screwed me over. I cannot find the piece. They didn't include it. I'm gonna call customer service. Which, you know, the way Lego handles stuff, you might as well just call them anyway. They'll send you stuff. I will look at YouTube too. Interesting stuff. Going to click on the Restream link above. Yeah, Restream's good. If you're looking to push out to multiple platforms, if you click on it, it doesn't really take you to anything new. Like, it's not going to be a different stream or anything. But you can look up Ben's Brick Design on YouTube, and you can subscribe to that channel. That would be great. Because ideally, well, not ideally, there was a thing that happened earlier this year where if you were a streamer that usually uses their phone, you were unable to, what color am I looking for? Unable to stream with your phone. You couldn't mobile stream unless you had 1,000 subscribers. which really upset a lot of people because they were using their phone as sort of their camera if they didn't have a webcam, or they, you know, they just liked streaming live stuff. Hey, Kitty. I don't know if you guys can see Kitty down here, but he's always up here bothering me. It's like, I need attention too. It's nearly 5 in the morning. You must feed me. So anyway, unless you had 1,000 subscribers, you couldn't use your phone to stream. This looks like I missed a step. Aha, I did. So that was a real bummer because I was like, well, I was planning on going to Brick Fiesta and stream there just to kind of show, you know, just do like a mock walk real quick in the morning. So here's the cat. I'm gonna see if I can switch over to this so I can see it real quick. Kitty. Kitty. This is the kitty. Say hi, Kitty. His name's Fizzgig. He helps me by getting in my lap and bothering me. So this is Fizzgig. Say hi, Fizzgig. Okay, he's camera shy. Go back down there and keep licking yourself. Cat meow. So anyway, you were limited to not being able to stream mobile unless you had 1,000 subscribers. So using Restream though, I found that you could get around that. Oh my goodness, you're totally like falling all over the place. You could totally get around that. I streamed the other day from Brick Fiesta just using my phone, and it went to everything. What's up, Amy? Good to see you. I'm sorry that you're up at 5:30 in the morning, but I'm sure it's because you have children that are young and they get up early or need attention. Or you're getting up for some other reason. I don't know. Amy is my cousin-in-law. How does that work? First cousin's wife. So I don't know. Second cousin, cousin-in-law. I don't know how that works. So anyway, yeah. If you want to mobile stream, you can use Restream as well, and it will bypass the 1,000 subscriber limit, apparently. I don't know if that's by design or if it's an oversight or what, but that's how to get around that. Also, it would be cool to have 1,000 subscribers, but I don't think I'm going to get it this weekend, and I don't think being a Lego streamer is really going to get me. Although, you know, I say that, I don't have a lot of just standard videos to put up for show. I'm going to try. I keep threatening to do that. I keep saying, yeah, I'm going to do some speed builds and maybe redo some of my microfighters as speed builds and then just put those up as like 2-minute videos. But I also have a lot of other stuff going on, and so that may not happen anytime soon. But that's an idea that I could do to get just like regular videos up. I've never really edited videos other than, I used to do comic book work, and before anybody asked, no, you haven't read any of my work because I never got published. I just kind of did it myself. And I started getting frustrated with it and disillusioned with it, so I started doing cartooning instead. And then I found a neat little niche of stuff where I would draw people as robots. And you can probably find another old channel of mine that's nothing but speed videos or time-lapse videos of me drawing robot portraits. So I knew enough to be able to go into like Windows Media. I mean, this is back in the day when Windows Media was a thing. And then edit that video and, you know, match the time with a piece of music that I found and put credits and bumpers and whatever else on it. So I'm not adverse to doing it. It's just, it seems like a lot of time that I could be spent building Lego. I also would like to invest in a nice light tent or a light box with some nice lighting so I could take some nice pictures of my models. And here's Not gonna happen. Sticker time. So these are gonna be Naked Brick. That last song, I use Radio Cut Man a lot because he's offered up the live music stream free for users as long as you provide credit. And I've used it enough to where I'm sort of recognizing the sounds now, or the music. And it's all really good, you know, cuts of stuff. But I really like that last one because I'm a big Metroid nerd. Almost wore my Metroid shirt tonight. This morning, it's actually morning. Sun's not up yet. But I wanted to, Brick Fiesta, wanted to represent. Naked BriX. Yes, Naked BriX. No stickers. Here's the stickers. I'll just keep showing them. Ooh, stickers. But I'm not going to put them on that because this thing's going to last probably about a week. And then I'm going to take it apart and throw it in the to be sorted bin along with all my other stuff. So, regular viewers of the channel, of which there are 2, will know that like a month ago, there was a lady at work at my office who had heard I'd done a radio spot, one of those kind of local flavor bits where they say, you know, if you've got an interesting sounding job or, you know, something, come by and tell us about it at the studio. So I emailed them and said, I play with Lego, or I build Lego. And, ooh, another one. No stickers, Naked Brick. And the sound of Lego is very unique, and it reminds me of my childhood, and I think it'd be cool if people could hear that as well. So I brought a big, you know, whatever gallon tote into the studio and did a, you know, had them record it and then did a little interview. And so now everybody hears it on the radio, and I'm the Lego guy at work, which, you know, that's fine. ×2. So anyway, this lady said, I heard you on the radio, and my son used to collect Lego, but he is, and I don't honestly know the story. He's older. This chat goes so slow. Yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on with the chat. It's got a wicked delay on it, and I apologize for that. Don't know how to make it better, yay. So anyway, her son is older, and I think in the service, he's in a service, I don't know what, or he's just older, I don't know what. She said about him being overseas, but I couldn't make that to be he was on vacation or he was studying or whatever. Anyway, long story short, she had a giant box of loose brick for me. And I say loose, it's like a bunch of bits of sets and stuff that is like partially put together. Like I could tell this was a Z95 Headhunter, or this was a, it was the tread robot, the tread droid from Attack of the Clones, or Revenge of the Sith. And I forget what that one's called. So anyway, she brought this in, and it also had a bunch of old toys and things like that. So I had to go through it and pull out all the old toys, which were kind of those weird, super deformed, not super deformed, but like the superhero ones that are like big and chunky, like Super Force or whatever, a bunch of those. It had a Lego Rose in a box, and I'd never seen that before, like an official set. So that was very cool. But I mean, it was a huge box. It was like, you know, server size box full of brick. And I was like, that's fantastic. Yes, thank you. I will take that. And then she's like, well, and I have some more. So once we're done cleaning everything out, I will, I'll let you know. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, how much do I owe you for this? Because I was, you know, it's a good $300 at least worth of Lego. She's like, no, I need to get it out of the house. I'm like, eee. So then last week she's like, oh, I have more Lego for you. And as soon as I get it boxed up, I will bring it in. I'm like, I always love free loot stories like that. As much as I don't like the, hey, look at how much money I spent at Walmart kind of loot haul posts, I really like the, look what I found at a garage sale for like $2, and it's, you know, it's a trunk full of Lego. Oh, and to the Australian viewers, We are trying really hard to get people to say Lego and not Legos. I know that was brought up on a one of the earlier 72-hour things, and we're doing our best. In fact, if I ever slip and say Legos, my girlfriend gives me shit. She's like, "Wait, did you just say Legos?" Like, yeah, I know. Coffee. Kitty, wanting to eat breakfast over here? Sounds like a real score on free Lego. Not jealous in the least. Nope. No, it's great. And I was kind of hoping, now that I've had the radio spot, and to be honest, the radio spot was me talking to them and saying, "Hey, you guys should do some Lego sounds." And I've been on TV twice in the past month for Brick Fiesta because of the Capitol. Now I'm hoping that just everybody comes out of the woodwork and says, "You know what? I've got all this old brick that I don't need anymore. Why not I just give it to you?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." My brother is into Lego as well, not as heavily as I am, but he is into it. Mostly modulars and figs. And he's got some, but I offered to buy from him because they're still in really good shape, but it's a lot of loose stuff. And I was like, I will buy it from you, but it's a lot and I'm getting a steal for it. So what do I do for a living? I am an IT professional. I'm a systems administrator for a medical association. So not a medical company, so not like doctors and stuff, but we work with lobbyists and other county medical societies to get, physicians' voices heard at the state legislature. So my job is basically make sure everybody's emails are running and virus protection is working and backups are running and stuff like that. But every once in a while also going into some networking, not very much, but a little bit, because my boss does the networking part of it. We're kind of a small shop, so there's 4 of us who do the technical stuff, and we wear a lot of hats. Not literally, they don't like us to wear hats at work. I wish designing was my full-time job. That'd be fantastic. I actually was I went to the degree I didn't get from a state college in Denver. Was in illustration, and then I stopped doing that and I went into music theater, and then I just did music. Actually, I started with music and then music theater, and then went into illustration, and then went back to theater performance. So I never graduated. Oh, I forgot to put these little guys in there. The job I wanted to get before this was working for Polycom, designing manuals for their remote phone systems. And it was basically working in Illustrator and just rearranging text and doing a lot of what I was doing with comic books already, because I had kind of faded away from drawing a lot, but I was still doing lettering for some friends. And I was working in Illustrator and just making balloons and letters and sound effects and stuff like that. And so this job was basically doing that, but being paid for it. So it was pretty fantastic. But the position kind of dissolved before I could get hired. So I was a little sad, but the job I have now is great because it affords me a lot of free time if I need to. And my boss is also kind of a big nerd, and he's kind of a DIY maker person. Tattoos the same, and he's into Lego and 3D printing and all that kind of stuff, kind of a foodie. So it's good to have, and my coworkers are all really nice, so it's a good place to work. Ideally, I would love to be a designer for Lego. That would be super awesome. And if they ever need a redesigned line of microfighters, other than the ones they just did, I'm the person to talk to. Let's see. Working on a custom Harmony Town. So I don't know what a Harmony Town is. Could you explain it to me, and we could chat about it a little bit? Uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. I hate when little stuff gets put on wrong because then I'm like, I can't take it apart. So while I'm waiting for the explanation of a Harmony Town, oh, I did have it right. Yeah, the other one was wrong. I will say that if anyone's a new subscriber or would like to subscribe, I usually broadcast Sunday nights and Thursday nights. And it's not always super fun and chatty. It's kind of sometimes just me sitting around with studio, designing stuff. The last one I did, which is probably one I'll do tonight again, since I'm doing this now. But Beth might be here with me, so I might do something a little more fun. Maybe we'll look at Apocalypseburg. But I'm working on a Pelta class cruiser, which looks like a Corvette, a Corellian Corvette. I'm doing that as a microfighter, so we'll see how that goes. And I also try to include a beer of some kind because I'm whatever a foodie is for beers. I have a friend who has a beer channel. They review beers and go to festivals and stuff like that. I just like having a new one every time to try it out, and kind of I'll link to it and kind of shout about it a little bit on Twitter and whatnot. So I found out that there's a channel called BriX and Beers where this guy just sits around and builds Lego and drinks beer, and I'm like, that's my whole design, man. Arr. So anyway, and I saw a shirt at the convention. This guy, Synthetic Mason, had a shirt that said BriX and Beers, and the BriX part looks like the Cheers logo. I was like, oh, that's genius. Harmony Town is from the Lego Movie 2, where catchy song starts playing. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to. I've only seen that once, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. But I mean, I'm not like a big city builder or a street builder of any kind. My thoughts would be to invest in a lot of 2x2 light blue gray tiles. Also, how are you building your platforms? Is it just base plates, or are you going to build it up? What is the, I forget, it's called Mesa or Mica or something like that, where it's the, you're building up the base plate to be like thick so you can like link the landscaping together. So that would be important to figure out first before you start really getting into it, is like how you're going to lay it out, if it's going to be the big landscape thick plates or if you're going to just do base plates. Yeah, Mills plates, thank you. Because that would be a bummer if you started one way and then halfway through you're like, oh, I got to convert all these things to these Mills standards, and then you got to pull up your buildings and whatnot. That's minifig scale, right? You're doing minifig scale? That is a blind spot for me. You've got to be kidding me with how many parts are left over. I've got to look at this again. Look at how many parts are left over. That can't be right. Wow. 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 It's my Owen Wilson impression. Wow. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, did I miss a step? Oh, I totally did. Yeah, like one or two of those would have been fine, but I'm like, that is egregious. See what happens when you chat and build? All right. So again, tonight, I will be streaming tonight, probably. You know what? We're going to bust open the Apocalypseburg tonight, I think. I will just make room. I'll get rid of some of these roof bits. So it's a colorful city, so you probably have pulled up a lot of, you probably abused your friends' connections. Yeah, so these are the spares, so that's good. Yeah, anytime I did Voltron, and I ended up with like a 2x3 white plate, and I'm like, oh my God. And I went through and I looked, and I did not see where I left it. So, I think I have an idea of where it might have gone, but I looked at it and I looked at it and I looked at it and I was like, nope, it does not go there. So anyway, all right, bag number 2. We got about 15 minutes left. Who are we putting together today, Alex? We're putting together Thor and Groot. Put that guy over here. Yeah, anytime I get a big piece that's not a 1x something or a tool or whatever, I get a little freaked out that I missed. Especially when I'm talking like this, I completely lose track of whatever. So, Mahan, because it looks like Gohan. Yeah, I don't know if you can post a link in the chat. I don't know if it'll allow, but if you do, I don't know if we're contacts on Instagram, but post what you have on Instagram. So mill standard is basically you're building the plate, right? It's so you can have a level of like, this is ground, and then above that is like road, but then you can also go down into it a little bit for like water effects. So things are kind of, and it's also so you can run things underneath it. And it's especially good for city layouts and road layouts. So everything's the same, like the road plates match up, and it's not road plates, you can make them whatever size, but it's so landscaping all kind of ties together. And I haven't built it. I read the webpage about it briefly, so I may be wrong on some of those aspects, but it's just so there's kind of a standard when you're building large cities. It really doesn't have anything to do with the content of the city or the color or anything like that. It's just a way to kind of build it if you're working with a lot. Yeah, it says there are 17 people in here, but some of those may be Mixer and Twitch. I mean, in Butt Chop's thing, there were like 3 people like actively talking, but there were like almost 20 people watching. So they just may have it on in the background, and that's okay. I got, like I think even the Facebook one was like, when I do this regularly, yeah, and he can just have any of these weapons he wants. I'm not going to really do that right now. So he goes with these. So I'm going to do that later. Sometimes people just don't talk, so that's okay. We are Groot. I am Groot. Yeah, Micropolis base plates. That's a really good way to describe it. We were actually thinking of coming up with one for, we were gonna do, I was designing a power station, a power substation, like the kind you see like kind of just outside neighborhoods, not really big ones, but just like, you know, the ones that are like a couple blocks long. So I thought of doing one for like an ideas set or for the BrickLink AFOL design program. I was gonna do one for that, but I don't like the way the BRIC AFOL program was being run, and I didn't like the palette that was involved, so I kind of gave up on it. Anyway, so I was doing a little substation with a little office and some electric lines and a couple like utility trucks to go with it. Chance of me showing is very low. Well, you should get some pictures and show your stuff. Then we can give you accurate input, because right now it's sort of, it's, you know, conceptual. You know, we don't really have an idea of what you've already got built or any suggestions would be. Lots of detail, pay close attention to detail. A lot of people love seeing little bits of stuff. You know, little throwaway inside jokes, that kind of thing. Because cities are great. There's a good example would be, there's a guy who had at Brick Fiesta a giant classic space layout. And from afar, this was like 2 tables long, right? And it had monorail track all over the place. I was drooling with how much monorail track there was. And the thing is, from far away it was impressive, but then the closer you got, it was whimsical, right? So you want to keep it whimsical at the small scale, but impressive in its grandioseness from far away. So the more little bits you can throw in there, the better. And the buildings, you know what? If no one's ever gonna see them, the buildings can be as hollow as you want. They can be as in depth as you want. You can actually, you know, if you wanna put a lot of levels in there, make it very modular-like, do it. You know, it's really up to you. That's why it's such a fantastic thing, because it is extremely customizable. Two of these guys. These guys are rad. I love these pieces. These are so cool. And that's a great color too, the sand blue. Yes, Blockhead UK, monorail is the best. I need to get the Kevin Hinkle shirt that says monorail on it. That needs to be my next purchase because it is the best. I have some monorail from when I had the original Futuron track. And the Futuron track and the accessory set that came with it. Yes, fold these up now. Fold those up now. But that's all the monorail I ever got. So, and now if you want to get it, it's like, you know, 20 bucks for a straight track. Unless you want to go to the what is it? Somebody help me out. Four tracks or something like that, where they 3D print 3D print monorail track, and you can get straight track for like 12 bucks. It's not purist, but if you're looking to extend your display of space Lego, it may be a way to go. They also do like diagonal track and cross tracks and stuff that was never a Lego mold. So it's always good to kind of get it and play with it and see if it's something you want to. 40 BriX, thank you. I have yet to partake in one of those, but I really want to. I'd really like to do another large Futuron kind of setup. I think that'd be fun. So I'm gonna grab something real quick with a couple minutes we got left. Let me see if I can grab it. I'll be right back. So, this is my foray into modulars. This is the only modular building I've built. Bye Ingrid, thanks for joining us. I don't know what's gonna be better to see this with, this camera or whatever, but I'm gonna flip over here so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so this is my 8 wide beach house, and I'll finish the model later. But I wanted to show Mayhan this. This is my 8 wide beach house, and you can see it's not, it's modular. I built it to be modular, so it's got the right base plate size. It's just only 8 wide. So we had a contest, not a contest, but a build thing with our lug. Let's see if I can back this up a little bit, to see if we could do this. And I really like the detail on this, right? But no one's ever gonna see the inside of this at a convention unless you take it apart and show them. And this guy should be back here. And he's waving goodbye to his girlfriend because he's gonna go jet skiing later. And this piece of flower goes over here, right there. So, beach house, right? But no one ever sees, so there's the roof. No one ever sees the interiors because, I don't know why this chest of drawers is in there. It's not needed. But it does have an interior, right? And you could get printed stuff on those tiles, like photos, family. It's got a desk and a bed, you know. And then the second story has, I can do this because the second story kind of takes off part of the third story, and it did again. So the second story has, you know, nice little chair in it. And it's like a living space with a TV back there. ladder to get up to the other floor, another little end table with a lamp. You know, no one ever sees this when you're looking at just the model from the floor. And then there's the interior with the the tiled floor, the entryway, little mud room because it's a lake house, right? And there's the front with the nice little trash can. I found the trash can design online somewhere. I really like that with the grilled tiles. So that's to say, you design it however you want because it's your model. If you don't want it to be, it's only useless if you don't find any use in it. If you like doing the insides of stuff like this, like the modulars do, then do it. If you think it's a big waste of time, then don't do it. Come on. Oh, this section of window always bugs me. Because these are old windows, Jack. Look at some of these windows. These ones right there, they're old, 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 old. They were pricey when I got them. I had a couple of them, but I needed an. Anyway, that's a good project. If you're in a lug, you can suggest this as a build, and then you can just, you know, everybody can bring theirs and kind of stack them next to each other, and it's kind of fun. There were some really good models when we did this, like a whole steampunk thing. I literally just stood up. What are you doing? Anyway, okay, back to this so I can see what people are talking about. Okay. Yeah, the windows are awful. They're so bad, and I don't know why I have this chest of drawers in there. Anyway. Yeah, it matches the roof of the Capitol that I'm working on. Where was I? I was building, oh yeah. So, yeah. So build the interiors or don't build the interiors. It's totally up to you. I know a guy who does, he's our liaison to Lego in our lug, and his buildings are basically, oh, look, more stickers that aren't gonna get done. Let's pour some out for these stickers. These are these blue ones. He builds a lot of like empty glass towers and he'll just put people in them. And a lot of people do that too. They just build giant buildings with nothing in them. And that's totally their call. They can do that if they want. It's kind of fun for your own entertainment to put little knickknacks and doodads and scenes and stuff like that in there. So you're entertained by it, but nobody really ever has to see it. And we're wrapping up here, so I'm gonna try to see how this goes together. I want to bounce over to something real quick. I'm hoping I don't screw this up too bad, because we've got another streamer coming up in like 3 minutes, and I don't know which it is. It's not Bricksmith, but let me see if I can find the schedule, because I only had an hour. So somebody's coming up after me, and I'm trying to think who it is. It's Ken Marlowe. Are you awake, Ken? You got 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's a ass long a time, dude. That's 5 hours. You sure you want to do that? I'm willing to go another hour if you want to get some more sleep. I got nothing else to do. I'm awake. I'm an old man who's awake, and I've already got coffee. I'm not going back to bed. I'm going to be building Capitol all day and playing Star Wars, and that's my day, and cleaning. So yeah, if anybody wants to, make sure to stop by tonight. Hey, thanks, Ike. Sorry I didn't see the Facebook thing until now. Thanks for subscribing. We haven't seen you guys in a while. We need to hang out. I think Beth misses Wendy a lot, and you. Hi, Brent. I don't know if you're in and out, but thanks for coming by. We're just about done here. Make sure to go to Ken's, hi, Techno Hund. Ken's stream is next. It should be in the description of mine. It's from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. And I just keep like fondling this piece. This is what happens when I'm building and I'm talking. I'm just like, just sitting here holding whatever I'm doing and not really building. So, but thanks for joining me, everybody. can you post a link for Ken in the chat? Yes, I will do that. Ken, copy link. Paste. That should be Ken's stream, not necessarily his channel, but that should be the stream, and that should start in like a minute. So go ahead and head over there. It was good talking to everybody. Thanks for joining me at 5 in the morning. I really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'll be doing something tonight, Apocalypseburg probably. We'll go crack into the first couple bags. We'll have a beer, and Beth will be here joining us, maybe. So yeah, thanks for coming by, everybody. We'll just listen to some music to see you all out. Have a good day. Oh, if anybody's still here, I've got 2 different clocks, so I've got like 4 minutes left. So I'm just gonna keep building. I'll answer any questions. Because I've got a laptop that the time is wrong, and my Mac over here has the right time, so. The stream later today, I'm gonna put up a premiere thing about it. Should be at 8 o'clock, so 8 to 9:30. I try to go about 90 minutes. I'm really hoping whatever is wrong with Restream figures itself out, because it's really bugging me that I can't, like all the chat things are not working right, and I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll bring in some of my microfighters and show you guys those too, since I am super proud of those. So yeah, Ken, don't pass judgment, yo. It's been away from the time server for too long. It's a work laptop that's been away from the our domain controller for too long, so it doesn't understand what time it is. So every once in a while, I have to bring it back to the office and let it sync up. It has to. It does have. I don't think it has a fallback time server address, so it just drifts. And I have brought it back a couple times, but if it's outside of it, if it's within a range, it won't adjust it. Like if it's within a, oh my goodness, look at these. They're hollow, but they're clear. They're trans clear, or trans light blue with the hollow stud. That's choice. Yeah, so it's just away from its time sync. And I'm not gonna mess with it because it'll fix itself if I ever take it back into the office to get updates. So these are going to be good tiles to use later for signs on the microfighters, because what I'll do is I do DIY stickers and then put them on there and have nice little stands, and I'll show you guys tonight later what I did with those. A door. Oh, actually a window. I like the instructions are like this. Do this, then put these things on there. Yes, please like the video. It doesn't really hurt or help, but it's awesome. Thanks. And then close it. That's the instructions. Put one side in, put the wedges on, then close it. Oh, also really quick before I lose this, there's links in my video too, usually in the subscribe videos that I do, for links to Rebrickable. So if you like any of the things that I'm designing, I should have designs for it on Rebrickable. Feel free to go check that out. And now it's 6 o'clock, so go hang out with Ken, and you guys have a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this, and we'll see you hopefully tonight. Bye.